Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Exploring Careers. Today we're lucky enough to be joined by Rachel from Nutrien Ag Solutions. Thanks for jumping on the call today, Rachel.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
No worries at all. Excited to get stuck into this one. So before we do, are you able to tell us who Nutrien Ag Solutions are? I know that the name, there's ag in there, so maybe people are assuming agriculture, agribusiness. Are you able to explain that to us?
Yeah, you're right on the right track there, Mitch. So we're an agricultural business. We provide a lot of services for our rural clients. We've got agronomists that do crops and pastures, and we've got livestock agents that deal with selling and buying livestock. We've got merchandise that does ag chem, animal health, and we've got heaps of other areas as well, like there's water and insurance, like all based at our rural customers, trying to help them produce, their outputs in a more sustainable and better way.
Yeah,
so
nice.
That's, brief overview. So yeah, you're right, dealing with agriculture and farmers really are at the core of our business.
Very nice. No, great overview. And what do you do there? What's your role?
So I work in merchandise, so predominantly in the shop, one of the first faces that customers see when they come in. So you always get to have a good chat with customers and see how they're going. But stock management, so ordering stock, making sure there's stuff on the floor to sell when the customers come in. And I do stuff like quoting products for customers and talking to people that supply us with the products. There's a lot of things at the minute that can affect what time frame our products are coming into the store. So, we've got to stay on top of that stock management and, have it there for the customers. And well, that's general overview.
Yeah, cool. And when you say merchandise and stock, so is this for anybody? Like, could I walk into a store and buy some stuff? Like, what are we talking about here? What are people buying? What kind of stock are we talking?
So, agricultural merchandise. So, everything ranging from agricultural chemicals that people are spraying on their crops and pastures for weeds and maybe some insects. And we've got animal health, so supplements that we can give to cattle and sheep. Vaccines, drenches for if your livestock have got worm burdens.
Yeah, cool.
Or anything agricultural related, really, we can get in.
So if you're on a farm or you live out in the country, you guys have got everything sorted, basically.
Yep, pretty much. We're a one-stop shop.
Perfect. And do you have a typical day? Like, is it a 9 to 5? Is every day a bit different? What's your day look like?
Every day is different when you're working in agriculture and also in, at Nutrien. Like, it's just, you never know quite who's going to walk through the door, which customers you're going to deal with. I do everything from working out in the shed, driving forklift, shifting stock around, getting stock ready for customers to come and pick up or to deliver. And then also you do some things behind the desk, on the phone, talking to your clients.
Okay, and you've mentioned
every day is a bit different.
Cool, and you've mentioned a few things there. So what is it that if you could bring it to one thing, what's your favourite thing about your job? What is it that you love most? Is it talking to people? Is it helping find solutions for your customers? What is it?
I think my favourite part about the job is the people. Like, I get to talk to farmers and rural people every day, and they're just the most down-to-earth, genuine type of people. And it's sort of people that I grew up around. And you get some real characters come into the shop, and real characters on the phone, which always livens up the day. So I think that's probably my favourite thing about the job, and why I came into this area is really to get those relationships with people And I also like that every day is different. As I said, there's never 2 days in a row that are the same.
Perfect. Now, I've got written down here that you did the graduate or a graduate program with Nutrien Ag. Why did you choose Nutrien Ag to do your grad program with? And were you always going to go down a career path in agriculture and agribusiness?
Well, if I go back to year 12, then for a fair while, I really had no idea what I wanted to do. And having a rural upbringing on the farm, I always had that interest in agriculture and wanted to stay away from the city as much as I could and deal with those rural people. So that's when I did agribusiness at CSU, and I wanted to find somewhere that I could, feel valued and grow and develop my skills. So that's when I saw, the graduate program with Nutrien. The graduate program gives you a really good network with other people that are in your shoes. You're going through the same experiences and you can build off each other's knowledge and experience. And, they put you in a location where there's some really experienced staff members there that really help you along with your career and your knowledge and learning.
Awesome. And so you've given us a good overview and understanding about not only your role at Nutrien Ag and the industry as a whole, but what's something people wouldn't normally know about Nutrien Ag, or what's something that tends to shock people about Nutrien Ag?
I reckon people don't realise how big of a network we have. We're really at the local level as well. And with such a network like we've got, there's always going to be someone to help answer your questions, to help you out, to encourage you in something new you're trying. And it's just a great network to be around. So I reckon that's what people probably don't know, that we've got such a good network of people that flows all the way through the business.
Yeah, awesome. And now you're obviously a female. We're talking to you today. Now, most people or a lot of people would have a preconception that working in agriculture is traditionally a male-dominated industry, but you're obviously working there. What can you talk to us about being a female in agriculture and in Nutrien Ag? And what would you say to other young females who are maybe looking to join the industry?
Yeah, to be honest, Mitch, I reckon when I come to work in the morning, I don't think, I'm a female, I have to prove myself, I'm in a male-dominated industry. I come to work and I just think I'm a young professional working in my job, doing the best I can. And I think that's where we have to head. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you're going to be dedicated to the job and you've got something that you're passionate about, just go for it. I've always felt really supported by my colleagues and other people in Nutrien to just do my job. I would say the majority of the people that I work closely with at work are males, and a lot of them are quite experienced, but I've never ever felt like I'm singled out or looked down upon because I'm female in a male-dominated industry. They've always really supported me in my learning and developing my career, which is really great.
Any young girls watching this who are looking to get into the industry or looking to get into agriculture or working on the farm or that type of stuff, just go for it. Don't worry about what those preconceived ideas might be or what things may have looked like in the past. You're here to tell us that no, it's a great culture. Nutrien Ag are there to support you, and it doesn't matter who you are or what your background is, you'll be supported and welcomed into the business. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, if you apply yourself to the job and show a real interest in wanting to grow and develop your own skills, then that's all you really need. If you've got a little bit of experience behind you, then that's great too. But if you haven't ever had any experience, you've always got to start somewhere. So just go for it if you're passionate about. I mean, you do get the occasional clients, who may be a little bit older, a little bit more set in their ways, and maybe grew up with the culture of the males do the hard work outside and females, maybe do the bookwork or something like that. And when you come across that, it's just about putting a little bit more effort into building those relationships and getting the trust from them and showing them that you are capable and you do have their interests at the forefront of your mind. So, sometimes you do face a little bit of, something that's going to stop you or that's trying to slow you down, but you just got to work through that and get the support network around you that are supporting you.
No, I love to hear that. I love to hear that there's, Nutrien Ag are a progressive organisation, in what has traditionally been a male-dominated industry, that they're very progressive and making sure that there's inclusion, for young females across Australia, and no doubt that will continue well into the future. You've spoken a bit about the culture. Are you able to touch on that a bit more? Why is the culture so good at Nutrien Ag? You've mentioned that you feel supported everywhere you go, and there's great support networks. Do you mind touching on that a bit more about the work culture at Nutrien Ag?
Yeah, I think it comes down to, at the end of the day, like, our customers are our first priority, and you all want to work as a team to get the best outcome for them. And when they're succeeding, you're succeeding, and it's just a really supportive environment. We're not just stagnant in doing things one way. Like, there's always someone that's wanting to try something new and encouraging you to take that step, or someone's trying out a new technology and trying to progress that way. And I think the other thing is Nutrien's really focused on its people as well, especially coming up through the grad program. I've felt like they put a lot of effort into growing and developing their own staff, which makes you want to do your best when you're at work and get the best out of yourself.
Perfect. Now, we're all looking to grow and learn and achieve different things. Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to in 2022, trying to advance your own career or learn something, or any challenges you might want to overcome? Is there anything you're looking forward to in particular for this year?
I think one of my goals for this year is I've been in sort of one location now for about 18 months while I've been in the grad program, which has been a really great spot to learn and start out. But this year I hopefully will be, moving to a new location and setting up, a bit of a home there and getting a bit more responsibility and
Perfect.
Starting something new.
Lovely. Now, last question I like to end things on. If you could jump in a time machine, which I know we can't do yet, unfortunately, but if you could, and chat to yourself maybe when you're in year 9, 10, that kind of awkward age where you don't know what you're doing and you're getting pulled in a million different directions. It can often be a very stressful time trying to work out what way's up. What advice would you give to yourself? And I guess that includes, any young people who are watching this and are feeling that and living that at the moment. What advice would you give?
I think first and foremost, just stay true to yourself, stay true to what your beliefs and values are. Don't let the world lead you astray, or don't feel pressure to go in one direction or another. Have a lot of big decisions. It feels like a big decision when you finish high school about where you're going to go, but find something you're passionate about and just go for it. Like, if that is, I remember my mum saying to me, if that's you wanting to be the best garbage truck driver in the whole world, then go for it and just do your best, because if you're doing your best, there's not much anyone else can ask of you. Just find something you're passionate about and go for it. It's a hard one, I think.
No,
What
it is.
would
No,
you
but you've
go back
said
and-
it perfectly, and it's some great advice. And I couldn't agree more. But it sounds like Nutrien Ag is not only a great place to start your career, grow your career, but also continue your career into the future. So if anyone's watching this and interested about learning more about careers with Nutrien Ag Solutions or what a career in the agriculture, agribusiness industry looks like, we'll leave all the links down below. You can visit the Nutrien Ag Solutions profile on our website, explorecareers.com.au. But again, we'll leave all the relevant information below so you can go and do your own research. But thank you so much for joining us today, Rachel. It's been great chatting to you and getting to learn about yourself and Nutrien Ag Solutions.
No worries, it's been a pleasure.